So with that said, when you find a guy that you're in a relationship with, or if you meet someone that you guys kind of have some, connection, do you have a specific requirement for how old the person has to be and how much money the person has to make? Do you know? Do you have a number like hey, you have to make number or?
For the number, how the money?
Yes, how much he has to make?
Maybe about per year, right?
Yes.
1 million US.
100 US?
1 million US
1
per year.
million US. Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna ask you to tell me your name because I can't pronounce your name. So I
Okay.
apologize.
Okay. My Thai name 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞.
Chotika.
𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Chotika.
Nice to meet you too.
Awesome. So Chotika, I'm gonna ask you, where in Thailand are you from?
I'm from Phuket.
Phuket? Okay. Uh
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Chotika. We know your name is Chotika. How old are you and what do you do for a living?
Right now I got new job for project manager. For we have the project for we promote new alcohol from the USA and the cigarette. Sometimes we will have time a shooting model here.
Okay. So my understanding is you do some modeling, right? But you
Yes.
also do project management. Is this project
Yes.
management in real estate or what kind of project management do you do?
Depends of the art or for we make the project like a cosmetic or alcohol, cigarette or some clothes or bikini or underwear.
Okay.
We,
So
yeah.
so usually like alcohol, cigarettes, just anything that is consumer goods. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
So then let me ask you this. It sounds like you have a very busy career, work, right? You work a lot, right?
Yeah, I work a lot, party a lot, have a lot of friends. So I have no time for fight boyfriend. That's why I allow
Okay.
this one.
Good. So you answered my question. I was going to ask you how long have you been single?
About 1 month.
1 month. Wow,
Yes.
that's fresh. If you've been single for 1 month and you're so busy, you party so much, why would you want a boyfriend?
Actually, I own already. I want to looking for my future husband.
Future husband. Okay.
Yes,
So,
it can't.
okay, that's good. That's fair. Most times when people are looking for a future husband, they already have to have the role of a wife, right? So meaning
Yeah.
if I want to be a doctor, I can't come in and say I'm looking to get a job as a doctor if I didn't go to medical school, right? Everything that we do the same way in marriage, right? Man or a woman, a man should
Yeah.
not go into a marriage and say I want to find a wife if he doesn't have the ability to take care of a wife. So
Yes, if you have good job already, you need to looking for something for you ready for have that.
yeah, you need to have a good job. You need to have stability for you to be able to have a relationship or ask or look for a woman to be in a relationship with or to marry. So with that said, you have a good job, right?
Yes.
You seem to be very busy. But what that also means is for a man, you're too busy to have a man. So if you're too busy to have a man, why would you want to have a relationship?
I just want to try because right now I busy. May we can talk and contract together. In next year, I can have plan for have more time with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so this is what I'm going to say, and this is and again, I'm not trying. I hope I'm not coming across harsh. I don't want to be rude or
Okay.
harsh, but
Okay.
when a person says we can try, right? Excuse me. When
Yeah.
you tell me we can try, that means I'm going to just do what I can. I'm not going to give everything because it's convenient. Right now it's not important to me. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I say something is not important to me, then anyone that comes into the relationship, if it's important to them, they have to work hard to try to get your attention. So if a man is coming in that he has to work hard to get your attention, are you comfortable? Are you okay with dating a man that doesn't have his life together, that doesn't want anything serious, and just wants to have fun like you?
Yeah, why not? You can.
Okay. So, but if you date a man like that, do you realize that you might not get married for 5 years or 10 years because the guy is just coming in and he just wants to waste your time? He's trying. Remember, you said
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
want to
yeah.
try.
The best might come our way.
You've had that already, huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I know. So, you know what's funny is I said that without knowing anything about you, but I said that because what we put out as people is what we get back. So, if I go into a relationship with a woman, right, and I say, I want to try to take care of you. That means I'm not going to make it my priority. It's not going to be important for me to take care of you. I'm going to only take care of you when I can. So when I do that, then you as a woman, you're saying, I want to try to see if a relationship works, but I want to have my friends, I want to party, I want to
Yeah.
work, focus on my job, but I want a boyfriend. So if you have that, then you're going to end up having a boyfriend that stays in a relationship with you for 5 years or for 10 years. And he's one day he's just going to wake up and say, okay, I'm going to try some other woman now. Is that what you want, or do you want something better?
Actually, I want something better, but I hope they understand to me also. I have work, but maybe
Mm.
some month we can fly for somewhere for travel together or something like that.
I understand. Okay.
I mean, for me, relationship no need to stay together 24 hours.
Of course, of course. And I think that's the thing about relationship. And I'm glad you said that because today's relationship, what I've noticed is most men tend to be more needy. They want the woman more. They want her to be around them more. Well, the problem is when a man is in a relationship with a woman that he feels that he has to chase, then he doesn't have the time to chase his dream. So this is my belief and this is my theory. Okay, this again is just my opinion. I'm not an expert. I don't have a psychology degree or a doctorate degree in love, right? My name is
Yeah.
Dr. Love. I play that on the
Yes.
internet, but does not make me an expert at this. But what I can say is this is if you have a man that is chasing you, right? If all the man does is buy you flowers, buy you gifts, show you love, and that's all he does. He spends his time trying to get your attention. Now, that man doesn't have any time to chase his dream because a man can only chase one thing at a time. No, I don't care who you are. No matter how successful you are, you have to chase one thing to make sure you get that first. So if you have a relationship where you're trying, right? Because you said you like to try, now the man has to be the one to chase you. And when the man has to chase you, he's not going to have the time or the ability to chase his dream or his career. So are you okay being the person to pay all the bills in the house, to take care of the man because the man is chasing you and he's giving you all the attention you want? Or do you want the man to take care of the bills and be successful, but he's not going to have time to chase you?
Can I 50-50? Me, him can pay my bill, or I can pay my bill also, or we share 50-50 together, much better.
Okay.
Some, but if they have no time with me, I don't think it's good because I actually really try to have time with him. If I
Sure.
have,
Sure, I agree. I think that's a good perception that you have, but on the same breath, I also want to make it clear that when it comes to men, uh, what I've noticed with men, again, I can speak for myself because I have a career, right? I do outside of this, I also have a real estate career. So I'm very busy, right? I'm very, very busy. But in the
Okay.
same time, I can't give love only to my woman because I have to give love to my business too. But I can't give 50-50. So the person that I'm with has to understand that all I can give is maybe love, a little bit of love, but more resources than maybe time. So there's a sacrifice that has to be made. She has to make a sacrifice of, okay, he's going to take care of me. He's going to take me on trips. We're going to go do the XYZ. We're going to have a good time, but he's not going to be around me all the time. He's not going to get to call me every day. He's not going to get to see me all the time because he's busy. So that's why
Yeah,
I
that's
said that.
what I want.
I know. I
I
understand. I
I cannot
understand. And there's
have like
nothing wrong with wanting that.
stay with him or like maybe some week, 2 week, 3 week. I cannot see him
Okay.
because sometimes I have trip travel also another country. So
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
it feels
Well,
difficult a bit, but I still want to try.
I agree. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with trying for what you want. That's why you
Yeah,
come on this show because there's a person for everybody, right? This world, the way this world works is there's always somebody out there that is perfect for you. So no matter who you are or what you want, somebody out there is going to be, this is the kind of person I want to be with. So now this is a question for you. Do
yeah.
you like dating with a foreigner? And if you do, or have you ever dated a foreigner before? Maybe we should start there. Have you dated somebody who is not Thai, or have you always dated a Thai person?
Yes, a
A
lot
lot,
in Phuket.
a lot of
Yeah,
foreigners. Okay,
yes.
so when you say a lot, how many boyfriends have you had?
I had before five boyfriend.
5 boyfriends.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So why didn't you marry any of those boyfriends?
Excuse me. What
Why
is
did
it?
you not marry any of those boyfriends?
Uh, because my ex very young, 21, 24, 25, 26. She not ready. She not
Okay,
ready.
so he wasn't ready. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
how long
the
ago?
difference it the different my age too much.
I understand. And you know what?
Mhm.
Yes, I believe very strongly that a man is not ready for a relationship till he's at least 35 years old. He
Yeah, I
might
can.
want to have love, right? He might be excited about your body, sex, love, and all those things, but he doesn't want a real relationship that involves commitment and time until he's mature enough, and he's also mature in every aspect of his life, right? So
Yeah.
his money, his job, his mind has to be right for him to want to be in a relationship. Does that make sense?
Actually, he have anything. He have money. He have anything, but still young. He still want to spend him life when he did not have kid. Because I want to have kid very soon. Because my age is 30 years old, so I want to have kid. I want to have family. That's why we like feel difficult a bit for we
Okay.
have relationship together. So that's
How
why I
old?
broke the
How old are you?
38 right now.
38. Okay. So, do
Yeah.
you have any children?
I have one, but
You
with
have one
my
child.
yes.
Okay. How old is your child?
14.
14. Okay.
Yes.
Did you get married to have your child, or how did you have your child?
I'm not. We have had when I still stay study in university, and then I
Okay.
drop, come back to study, get back again. So like we did not married, but my ex they take care of her at all. But actually,
Okay.
I hope some like a plot or something what she wants, I will buy for her.
Okay. That's good. So, does your child stay with you, or does he stay with your ex?
She stay with my ex.
Okay. So the reason I asked that question is, if you were to get married, would you bring your child with you into the marriage, or would you come in yourself and look at starting a new family? Does that make sense?
I'm coming by myself because
Okay.
my daughter, she can take care of anything by herself, and
Okay.
she have plan for a study in USA also. My
Okay.
company is located. Yeah,
That's good. That's good.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
so our show is called No Money, No Honey. And the
yeah.
reason why we call it that, I know it's funny. My woman is the one that came up with the idea. But the reason why we created the show No Money, No Honey is because we wanted to be able to show that a man has to have his life together, not have to be rich, right? The man does. You don't have to be rich, but you have to have your life together to be able to have a family and take care of what you want. But in the same breath, we also wanted to show that you don't have to be rich for you to have a family, but you at least have to have your life together. So now let me ask you this: if you were to date a man, what is the most important thing would you say that you want from the man? What is that one thing that the man has to be able to do for you?
She have to be nice guy. He can
Nice
do
guy.
sport, whatever. Yes, whatever we want to do. I like to do boxing, tennis, yoga, breakout. So he can join with me about that. I want my boyfriend join with me when I do sport.
Okay, so you want you
Yeah,
want a man who's active.
yeah.
Okay.
Be nice guy or take care of me. Like when we go to take a trip. Actually, this girl have money also, but the guy have to take care of girl. You know what I mean?
I understand. So you
Yeah,
have your money, but you want him to pay for stuff,
yeah. Be a
right?
gentleman. Be a gentleman. I
Okay,
mean that.
that's fair. So
Yeah.
I like how you said be a gentleman. So let me tell you something about the United States. So in the US today, the idea of being a gentleman is not, it doesn't exist anymore, right? So what that means is, in order for you to be a man, you paying for a woman is not considered being a man or being a gentleman. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought that up, because if we were to introduce you to someone from the US and you said that, that person might think, why does she want me to pay for her things where she can pay for it herself? So with that
Oh.
said, I know, I agree. It's a crazy way to think, right? But that's the way the new man thinks. That's not how the man from our generation thinks. So with
Oh.
that said, when you find a guy that you're in a relationship with, or if you meet someone that you guys kind of have some connection,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a specific requirement for how old the person has to be and how much money the person has to make?
Uh,
Do you know, do you have a number, like say you have to make number, or
for the number, how the money,
yes, how
my,
much he has to make?
maybe about per year, right?
Yes.
1 million US.
100 US.
1 million US per
1
year.
million US. Okay, okay, good.
Yes, yes, per
What about
year.
age? How old does he have to be?
About it, 28 of, but
28. Okay.
yeah, but not gonna be over 40 of, not. I don't like
So
it.
between ages 28 and 40. And you
Yeah,
said
up to
he has to
40,
make, oh, 40 is the oldest, right?
20, 28 to 40.
28 and then 40 is the okay. So
Yes,
that's a good answer, but it's also funny to me. So I'm going to ask you a question about that answer.
yeah.
How many men in the whole world, we're not even just going to count the US, in the whole world, to include Thailand, do you know that make $1 million a year?
You means I know the people.
Yeah, if you know them or you heard of them or you've seen them, how many men do you know make $1 million every year?
Um, I know 20 of more people
That make
because
$1 million
yeah,
every year?
yes, I used to live in Hong Kong before, so I know a lot of people there and
Okay,
here also.
that's good. So now this is going to be the question.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you not marry any of those people that make $1 million every year?
Because I want to have family with them. If relationship, I want to next station of mine for get to marry with him and have children. So if they can make more money, so they can take care of my children, don't mean at all take care of me. I want him take care of my children.
I understand. But my question is this though, is if you were around 20 people that made $1 million, why did
I,
you not agree to marry one of those 20 people? Because what you're around is what you get to, what you can get to have. For example, if I want to get married to a Thai woman, I go to Thailand, right? Because that's where I meet
yes,
Thai women. If I want to
yes,
marry a Indian woman, I go to India because I can't find
yes, yes.
yeah, right. So if you want to marry a millionaire, you go to where all the millionaires are, and it sounds like you had
Yeah.
access to all the
Mm-hmm.
millionaires. So why did you not marry somebody when you were with the millionaires, and why are you single? Is the question.
Why single sir? Because of guy I know them. They're really busy, work a lot of work,
Mhm.
have no time for go to date or for something. Maybe like once month can date like one time something. Feel difficult.
Mm,
Yeah, the rich person so busy.
I know. So now let's go back to your question. Let's go back to our conversation in the beginning. Do you remember
Yeah.
when I said, do you have time or money? I said, I explained to you about my relationship and how I can't give her time because I'm giving time to my job and what I do for
Yes,
my life. So now let me go back and ask you the question again.
I know that.
How much money do you think you want the guy to make? Now that you just said you want a guy with time, but you don't want a guy,
Yeah,
but you also
yeah,
wanted to have money. So how much money do you think would make
yeah.
sense?
Feel difficult, that because I want to both. I want to them have time for me. I want to them is have the good job.
Hmm.
So it's just hard and feel difficult of the girl. They want this one, but I understand. I understand this one, but
That's fair. That's
I
okay.
hope, I hope I can buy that.
Well, I'm not going to say this, but there's Superman out there, right? He's up there in the sky
Yes,
somewhere.
Superman.
He wears a red cape and a big S on his chest, and he's probably around there somewhere. But it's
Yeah, and
best to think
after one day
realistic.
try to see me very very easy, like in one day go back.
Yeah, you just want the Superman to show up. Okay,
Yes,
let's
yes,
wake up now. We need to come back to
yes.
Earth. There's no need to stay in La La Land. Okay, so let me ask you this now. When it
Mhm.
comes to race, right?
Yeah.
What I've noticed is a lot of Asian families, and again, this is not it's not a knock on Asian families because I'm with a Thai woman, right?
Ah.
So I know how the Asian community works. But what I also
Mhm.
know is a lot of Asian families, they don't accept black men in relationships. So for you, and there's never no way I'm going to be offended or anybody that I know will be offended because it's what we know. Do you have a preference to if it's a black man or a white man?
Um. Actually, I I like black man, but in my like never get that. But white guy is okay for me also.
Oh, interesting. So you're the opposite. Excuse me. You're the
Yeah.
opposite of what most people would say, because most people usually, well, not most people. What I mean by that is what I've noticed in the Asian community. Most of the Asian women prefer the white guy, but they are attracted or intrigued, right? They say the black guy is like, "Ooh, I'm attracted. I think he's attractive." But if they had to marry somebody, they'll marry the white guy first. So you're saying for you, you would rather be with the black man, but
Yeah.
not no. Okay, good, good. So what about height? Does he have to be tall, short, or what's your
You have to be like 185 of.
185? So that's
Yeah.
6 feet. The reason I know is because the last guest that I had the same requirement. She wanted the guy to be 185 centimeters. So okay, now I'm gonna say something here. This
You
is
know,
crazy.
but I very short, but I like
How?
man is
What is your
tall.
height? How tall are you?
160.
So you are five. You're because she was 165 and she was 5 feet 3 or
Yeah.
5 feet 2. So you're like 5'1", maybe 5 feet. So what
Mm-hmm.
that means is you want a guy who is about a feet taller than you. So this is what I want to tell you. In the United States and in the Western countries, there's a requirement, a silent requirement, where women want 6'6". They want a man who is 6 feet tall. They want a
Yeah.
man who makes six figures, and they want a man who is, six as far as in the bedroom, right? So they want him to have at least six of that in the bedroom. So
Yeah.
it's crazy to me to hear that that's not just an issue here in the US. It seems like that's also how the Thai woman or the Asian woman wants. She also wants a man that's tall, a man that makes at least six figures in income, and then a man who has this. So if you want all those things, and of course you can get those things because there's a lot of men out there like that, what are you going to be able to do for that man?
Tall guy. I like. They look like a smart and tall guy. They can easy for do sports and can protect of me. I don't mean for protect in real life. Look like a
Mm-hmm.
can protect of me. You know,
Sure,
look
I
like a
understand.
yes, yes, just that. Because I told you I like to do boxing, do sport, sir. Excuse me. Okay, um, I want him work out with me. That's why I shoot the guy not to or like if on up 40 years old I cannot get them because some day I work out like a 2 hour.
Mm-hmm.
If on guy they cannot work out together with me like
You'll
that.
be surprised. I have some friends who are, in their 40s and 50s, and they work out for 2 hours. They're in great shape. They have the ability to do all those things. So the age doesn't. Yeah,
Wow.
you'll be so. There's a lot of guys that have a lot more energy, right?
No,
Because
but
again, it depends on the life that you do.
yeah, but before for the people and not them like they 40 years old they
Mm-hmm.
not have much to power. Like some day I work out 1 hour on the morning. I go to training Thai boxing, so they will going to say no with me about on the evening go to work out.
So you work out
Yeah,
twice a day. Okay. So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is interesting, right? Because you mentioned something. You said so you go to the gym, you work out, you do Thai boxing, you work, you make a lot of money, you like to hang out with your friends, you party. What
yes.
about
What?
no,
Okay,
go ahead.
you.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Say what you were gonna say.
Actually, if I have boyfriend, we play tennis together also if we have time.
Okay, so
I
yeah,
don't
you
mean,
play tennis and gym
yeah, I
with him.
don't mean he have to stay with me 24 hours.
Sure.
If he don't stay here, I still have friends go to enjoy for play sport with me.
Of course, of course. That's the beauty about life and about having
Yeah.
friends. So this is my question now, right? My
Mm-hmm.
question is if you have this boyfriend that makes let's take a journey together. Let's go on a trip together, right? Follow me here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you just met this guy. He's handsome, he's black, he's 6 feet tall, makes $1 million a year. He's perfect. He's exactly everything you want.
Yes.
He likes to go to the gym. He likes to do everything you like to do. there's also in Thailand probably another 1 million beautiful women just like you, attractive women like you, right?
Yes.
And those women see him and those women want him. Why should he pick you over those women?